Hello, and welcome to another video from 3.5 Archive. Today, we're going to be doing our 58th D&D 3.5 Prestige class review, looking at the Warweaver Prestige class from the Heroes of Battle sourcebook. Warweavers literally weave spells into a magical tapestry that spreads their spellcasting power among their allies more easily. To become a Warweaver, you're going to need 6 ranks in Craft Weaving and 6 ranks in Knowledge Arcana, as well as the Enlarged Spell Metamagic feat. You're also going to need to be able to cast 3rd level spells. Enlarged Spell isn't the most fantastic metamagic feat out there, and Craft Weaving has little use to you outside of qualifying for this prestige class, and its uses therein. So we'll rate this prestige class's requirements as moderately restrictive. It only requires 1 feat that's probably out of your way, and a few ranks in a skill that you're probably not going to use otherwise. What do you get as a Warweaver? Well, you get a d4 hit die, half your level base attack bonus, a good will save, and 2+ intelligence modifier skill points per level. So you have the same stats as a wizard or a sorcerer. You also get advancement in spellcasting at every level except for 1st. This is a 5-level prestige class, so not too much of an investment. At level 1, you get Eldritch Tapestry. This is the Warweaver's signature ability. You spend 10 minutes weaving a magical tapestry that connects a number of creatures equal to your ability modifier for your spellcasting stat. So intelligence for wizards and charisma for sorcerers. You are always considered part of your own tapestry and don't count against this limit. So with a +3 spellcasting stat bonus, you can affect everyone in your typical party of 4. A larger party might have issues since at level 6, when you enter this prestige class, it's unlikely you'll have a better stat than +4, +5, but you can at that point likely get away with excluding other spellcasters from a lot of your buffs. As for what Eldritch Tapestry does, it allows you to cast 1 spell and have it affect everyone in your tapestry. It has to be a harmless spell or one with willing targets. You still have to touch allies you want to share a touch spell among, but this would let you cast Bull Strength or Bear's Endurance on up to 6 allies per turn if you had that many and that good of an intelligence bonus. Being able to give your entire party Bear's Endurance as a 2nd level spell slot instead of a 6th level spell slot for Mass Bear's Endurance is great. And if you use Polymorph on your whole party, you can execute some truly devastating strategies at the cost of a single 4th level spell slot. The problem comes with spells that have a range of personal being excluded from this list. Many great spells like Tensor's Transformation are thus excluded from being shared with this ability. Likewise, there are a lot of buffs that have to be cast on an object, such as Magic Weapon, Greater Magic Weapon, Keen Edge, and that sort of thing, that are also excluded from this ability. And there are a lot of the best buffs are already multi-target spells, such as Haste. So this feature has a lot of potential with Polymorph to be extremely powerful, and some other spells, but it does have its limitations, and there are a lot of places where it's just not really useful, or it's redundant. At level 2, you get Quiescent Weaving. This lets you weave a single spell into your tapestry for later use where it remains dormant. At each level beyond 2nd, you can weave in another Quiescent spell, up to a maximum of 4 spells at level 5 in this prestige class. You can release all of these spells as a move action. This really amps up the benefit of Eldritch Tapestry, allowing you to prepare an entire package of buffing spells, which you can cast at the start of a fight without even losing your 1st turn. At levels 3 and 4, you get extra spells for your Quiescent Weaving, but no other abilities. Finally, at level 5, along with your final improvement to Quiescent Weaving, you also get Enlarged Tapestry, which increases the range of each spell you cast through your tapestry by 1 category. Touch spells become close range, close become medium, and so on. The first change is what matters the most. Being able to cast touch spells at range, even just close range, allows you to cast buff spells without needing your allies to be adjacent to you, for the case of touch spells, of course. This is a major improvement to the Eldritch Tapestry ability. And so this is an excellent prestige class that gives your character extreme spell efficiency. Casting buff spells is already one of the best strategies in D&D 3.5, since improving your allies' attacks avoids targeting your foes and thus having to deal with their saving throws and spell resistance, threatening to invalidate your spells. This prestige class lets you not only use 1 spell on all your allies, but it also lets you stack a ton of buffs together and be ready to spit them all out at once in case of an ambush. The versatility you get here is amazing. While some people seem to think it is even more effective than it is, and while there may be some ways to get around its limitations on personal spells to allow spells like Tensor's Transformation to be cast on your whole party, the prestige class is already excellent without that. Yes, some of its buffs will eventually be invalidated by characters who have ability enhancing items, and mass buff spells like Mass Bear's Endurance will remove some of its efficacy. But you are essentially getting multiple level 6 spell slots for free if you go with that mindset. No matter what, you are gaining huge benefits from this prestige class, and it really makes it worth taking. The Warweaver earns 4 stars for concept and 5 stars for execution. It's really hard to think of any way in which this prestige class needs improvement. It could use another feature at level 3 perhaps, possibly allowing quiescent weaving to be activated as a swift or even immediate action, but that would probably make this class stronger than it needs to be. As it is, it's a worthwhile diversion from your levels in Sorcerer Wizard if you don't mind getting a little bit behind in your spellcasting advancement. And if you're not trying to stay relevant in spells that target creatures and instead stay relevant with just buffs, the efficiency you get from this prestige class will far outweigh the downsides of delaying the benefit of acquiring new levels of spells. So that's going to be about it for this D&D 3.5 prestige class review. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and so on. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time here on 3.5 Archive.